Hey everyone, I'm Deborah Bringleson. When I first start working with them, most, if not all, of the CEO clients that I work with ask me what the hell they've gotten themselves into. And more importantly, how do they get out? But before we dive into this, if you'd like more information, I'm going to invite you to go to quantumsuccessacademy.org. It's .org, not .com. Go there right now and let me know that you would like more information, more of these tips on how to get the most out of your company and make more money and reduce your stress. So, as I was saying, clients come to me from all over the world because their businesses aren't making the money they want or expect, or it's just too hard and it's not much fun. Do you resonate with any of that? Does that sound like you? So some of these CEOs are brilliant and they've had big wins, but they've gotten to the point where they're really frustrated because some months or years are good and they level off and then they hit a roadblock and they can't quite seem to get around it. Or they've made money and then all of a sudden things just kind of what I call drop off a cliff. So as I'm talking with them in our private conversations, I hear a lot of doubt about their company, doubt about their team, and really a lot of doubt about themselves. They may not say it directly, but they wonder if they've got what it takes, if they're good enough. I hear that from almost everyone I work with. So many of them secretly tell me that they fear people are going to find out that they're not as good or as competent as their image makes it seem. Hey, for those of you who are just joining us, don't forget to head over to quantumsuccessacademy.org and put in your email address, and I will continue to send you great business building tips like the one that we're going to get to in just a minute. So back to what we were talking about, a lot of these CEOs, they have this fear and doubt about whether they can do it, whether they can get around the roadblock or whether they can continue that success. Because, once you get to different stages in a company, the tools that you used to get to where you are not the same tools that you need to go, say, from a $10 million company to a $50 million company. It takes a different toolbox, a different set of tools. So this fear that they have when I talk to them, it's really heartbreaking to me, but more importantly, it dramatically affects their performance, their decision-making, their ability to strategize and lead, and it affects their revenue. One of the things I've discovered is that in the land of CEOs, appearances are deceiving. Here's a great example. When I first met him, a CEO client of mine, Randy, told me how he was, committed not just to his own success and that of his company, but he was also committed to his employees' success as well. He was really excited about the healthy benefits packages and profit sharing plans and opportunities and options that he offered. And he was proud of who he was. In his mind, he was a great guy and a great CEO. And in a lot of ways, he was. But like the wizard in The Wizard of Oz, from the outside looking in, he was formidable and intimidating and confident and sure. But one peek behind the curtain revealed a man who was waging battles he wasn't really equipped to fight, without the right tools, and he was surrounded by people hoping to put their hands in his pocket and shake out a little coin. Like many CEOs and owners, after initial success and thinking he was on his way to the next level of growth, Randy found himself often in the dark, surrounded by hazards he didn't see coming. Everyone thinks it's glamorous to be a CEO. There's no boss and you've got all the power. But one thing I know for certain from having been a CEO myself and having consulted with CEOs and coached CEOs from around the world, for almost 30 years now, it's lonely at the top, very lonely. And the buck stops with you. And just like you, every CEO I know has stories about being in a cold sweat at 2 a.m., tossing and turning in a mix of fear and insecurity and struggling with the latest sales or HR or legal crisis. You know, as a former CEO myself, I certainly have my own stories that I can tell. Here's the thing, CEOs and owners are extremely isolated. You know, 60-hour work weeks, and I had plenty of 80-hour work weeks with a cell phone that's never off and a team of people who are looking out for their own interests. Like most CEOs I encounter, what was percolating behind Randy's curtain was massive stress, unacknowledged stress. He didn't think about it. His unconscious attitude was, if I ignore it or minimize it, maybe it will go away. But like most CEOs, Randy was living in denial. Did you know that more than 83% of executives suffer from some kind of stress ailment, and nearly 100% of CEOs and owners do? But Randy, like most C-levels, was in denial about it. You know how it is. Nobody's walking into conferences or sitting down to lunch with the board of directors or colleagues, or certainly not the competition, talking about what's not working. You know, a typical conversation goes something like this. Hey, how are things at your company? Oh, they're great. We're on the verge of closing, or we just closed a big deal. Things are really great. The beat and the BS goes on. There's no mention of the fact that they've been working that deal for 18 months, or that it's half the size of the orders they received in previous years. No one's talking about, you know, the HR nightmares and leaders who can't or don't or won't lead, or the sales and opportunities that were lost. So would you like to know where 100% of my clients start? Here's a really important tip. Something that I've been doing for almost 30 years to help clients achieve those 100% to more than 3,500% results in growth. First, recognize that hidden problems are deadly, and not just to your business. You've got to do a comprehensive professional audit of your company. Now, this isn't a financial audit. It's an audit of the personnel, the leadership, the sales strategies and processes in marketing. This is the most vital information you can know. So you should do this audit of them, but you should also include an audit of how your business fits into your ideal life, your life. You know, time off, vacations, time with your family, exercise, meditation, time unplugged. This vital information really is a gold mine, and it will reveal to you exactly what strategies you need to create the leaders team and the leads, the sales and revenue that you want, both personally and professionally. So what happened to Randy? What was his result of doing this? Well, first of all, he did uncover a significant number of problems that needed to be addressed, but within 6 months, he had doubled his revenue, and his team was beginning to function. They still had work to do, but they were beginning to function like a unit, like a team. So if you want to know more, go to quantumsuccessacademy.org. I'll send you more great tips like this. We'll go in more in depth in some of them. So, you know, this is a recommendation, these tips to do the audit. We'll get into more details. We'll go to quantumsuccessacademy.org. And thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to like and share this video if it was helpful to you. And I will see you soon. Thank you.